Massive earthquake hits China. 7.8 earthquake topples factories, schools, buildings, hospitals in China. A very large, massive earthquake has struck central China on Monday. More than 8,500 people dead, and has trapped approximately 900 students under the rubble of their school, the state media has reported. The 7.8 magnitude earthquake was among, or is among, the worst to have ever hit China, devastating a region of small cities and towns in Sichuan and nearby provinces. Approximately 80% of the buildings have collapsed in one county alone in China after the earthquake, raising fears that the overall death toll could actually be much higher. A whole chemical plant collapsed in Sichuan City, to the northeast of the quake's epicenter, burying hundreds and hundreds of people and sending more than 80 tons of toxic liquid ammonia leaking from the site, state media has reported. The earthquake also sent thousands and thousands of people rushing out of buildings and into the streets hundreds of miles away in Beijing and Shanghai. The earthquake was even felt as far away as Pakistan, Vietnam, and Thailand. In other words, this was a big one. The pole shift has begun. The earthquake is one of the deadliest ever in China and poses a challenge to a government already grappling with discontent over high inflation and a widespread uprising among Tibetans in western China while trying to prepare for the Beijing Olympics this summer. It was in the middle of the day. People were in schools, factories, at work. Monday's quake hit 60 miles northwest of Chengdu in the middle of the school day, toppling at least, if not more, 8 schools, leaving hundreds and hundreds of students and teachers trapped, state media has reported. There were a number of smaller aftershocks, the U.S. Geological Survey said on its website. The earthquake struck in hilly country leading up to the Tibetan highlands, toppling buildings and cities and towns. Photos showed heavy cranes trying to remove rubble from the ruined school. Calls into the cities did not go through as panicked residents quickly overloaded the telephone system. The earthquake has affected telephone, water, sewer, and power networks. And even the state media of China appeared to have few details of the disaster. Traffic jams, no running water, power outages, everyone sitting in the streets, panic, chaos, confusion, patients evacuated from hospitals sitting outside and waiting. An underground water pipe ruptured near one city's southern railway station, flooding a main highway or road. News reporters saw many buildings with cracks in the walls, but no collapses yet. I've lived in Taipei, in California, and I've been through quakes before. This is the most I've ever felt, said James McGregor, a businessman or consultant who was inside the LG Towers in Beijing's business district. The whole floor of the whole building was moving underneath me. In another city or town, 660 miles to the east, chandeliers in the lobby of the Buckingham Palace Hotel swayed back and forth. We've never ever felt anything like this our entire whole lives, said a hotel employee. Skyscrapers in Shanghai swayed to and fro, back and forth, and most office occupants went rushing into the streets. In the Taiwanese capital of Taipei, 100 miles off the southeastern Chinese coast, buildings swayed back and forth when the earthquake hit. The earthquake was felt as far away as the Vietnamese capital of Hanoi, where some people hurried out of swaying office buildings and into the streets downtown. The building in the Thai capital of Bangkok also was evacuated after the quake was felt there. In other words, this is a massive quake. In the last days and times, there will be earthquakes in diverse places. This is spoken of in the Holy Bible. In other words, all the prophecies in the Holy Bible are now coming true before our eyes. Yes, it's happening. It has begun. It was a major event. A magnitude 7.8 earthquake is considered a major event, capable of causing widespread damage and injuries in populated areas. Yes, these are more signs. End times, last days. Actually, it's transition time. Transition days. The Holy Bible, all the prophecy is being all fulfilled. These be the beginning of sorrows. They're spoken of in Matthew chapter 24, verse 8. This is true. God's coming back. First, you got to have the pole shift. All the magma, the core, the inner core, outer core of the earth is molten magma, and it's also magnetic. It consists of iron, which is magnetic. And every, 500,000 years or so, the poles shift. The North Pole becomes the South Pole. And being how is everything's connected. The inner core of the earth is connected to the atmosphere, which is connected to the magnetic poles. About electromagnetism. Yes, these are more signs, and the pole shift has begun. It leads up to 2012. All these are the beginning of sorrows. These are more signs.